In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the power of SMS and what it means to your business. The world's first commercial SMS message was sent way back in 1993, but of course things have moved on a bit since then. In fact, since 2002, we're using SMS more than any other data application on the planet. And today, there are 800 million instant messaging users. Email, 1.4 billion users. But when it comes to SMS, there are a massive 3.5 billion SMS users in the world today, which works out at 51% of the total population of planet Earth. Astounding. And to give you some idea of how much we love our SMS text messaging, these are some figures from January 2009. Each day we sent 12 billion text messages. That worked out at 525 million an hour, or 8.7 million a minute, or 146,000 text messages sent worldwide every second of every day. Now, at an average of say 2.5 cents per text message, it means we generated $1 million of revenue every 4.5 minutes. That is why this industry is worth $113 billion a year. Okay, so here's a bit of trivia for you. What do you think the world record for the fastest text message is? Well, I'll tell you, it's held by a Mr. Ang of Singapore, who typed a full 160 character SMS message in 41.5 seconds. That's nearly 4 characters a second. Want to try and beat it? Okay, I think you'll need to keep practicing. Now, we always seem to think of text messaging as being between friends and family, but of course there are some major examples of text messaging. Back in 2008, Barack Obama announced his running mate Joe Biden via text message. And why did he do that? That was to build an opt-in list, and we'll talk about that more shortly. Other examples are voting for TV shows like American Idol and X Factor. And of course it's being used to raise money as well. In fact, following the Haiti earthquake earlier this year, $7 million was raised by text messaging alone. That gives you some idea of the power of texting. And we really are addicted to our text messaging. A 2001 study suggested that it was similar to an addiction. 2005, a further study said it was the most addictive of any technology and as addictive as cigarette smoking. And a 2008 study suggested that texting while driving is more dangerous than being drunk or stoned. So let's look at some of the abilities of SMS and what that can mean for your business. It really has two advantages over perhaps any other form of electronic communication. One is it's 100% private and personal. We have our phones with us all the time, and the screen is small so you can't be seen by other people looking over your shoulder. Also, it's the fastest form of communication. Yes, you say we can pick up the phone, but how often do we get through to that person? And how often do we usually end up on voicemail? Text messaging, that's not the case. We can pretty much get through instantaneously, which means it becomes your hotline to your customers. Think about that. And whilst it's true a large percentage of teenagers do send 100 plus texts per day, in fact, as you'll see from this graph, over 50% in the 65 plus age bracket also use text messaging. It's become so widespread that it really is used across the generations. Okay, so let's just cover some facts, and the reason I'm showing you these is you can see the implications for your business. Practically every mobile phone in use today, or 4.6 billion of them, can receive text messages. But what's more fascinating is that 97% of all text messages are opened. Now compare that to email. Think yourself, when you look at your inbox, how many of those do you read and how many do you just dismiss? But what's even more astounding, that 83% of those messages are opened in less than 1 hour. Do you see how immediate that is? How can you take advantage of this knowledge? Well, this is how. The first thing you need to do is to build what's called an opt-in list. What's an opt-in list? Well, it's like a contact list or an email list, but with mobile or cell numbers. And how do you do this? By using what's called an SMS shortcode, and we saw examples of this earlier. Text TSA to 9099, text vote to 5706. Those are shortcodes in use. So let's give you some examples how this might work in your business. Say you run a pizza parlor. You could say text pizza to 47474 for a free small pizza on your next visit. That's not a real number, by the way, so don't go trying it. And, you know, the small print underneath might say, by joining our mobile VIP list or something like that. The other way is to hold a competition. Text big win to 47474 to win a all expenses luxury weekend for two. That would be another way of generating and growing an opt-in list for your business. Then once you have those people on that list, how can you use that? Well, you could send coupons or vouchers. This could be on a regular basis, it could be on a seasonal basis, or it could even be on the basis of, oops, we're a bit quiet on Thursday evening. Let's see if we can drum up some business. You can send out event alerts. Notes, Saturday, big sale, get there early for best bargains. Or of course you can use it for appointment reminders. This not only adds to customer service, but it's really now going to be expected by people, and it also, at the same time, also adds to compliance, especially if you're a doctor, a chiropractor or dentist. How can you use this in your business? And the other thing that texting can do is it can deliver automatic content and information, what's known as autoresponder. So, from one text message, you could have text to mobile, like we saw earlier with the pizza example. You could have text to web. You could send them to a web page with more information. For example, it might be text 89 Rodine to learn more details about this property. Text to email. You could send, for example, a PDF file or a full HTML email with more information. Or you can even do text to post. Send your name and zip code or postcode and we will send you a full colour brochure. You see how easy it can be to use this and how many applications if you just think a little bit laterally and start to see the possibilities. So if you'd like to learn more about SMS marketing and how it can help your business, just go to our website, mobilewebsitedesign.co, or of course just pick up the phone and call us on. In the US, free phone 0866 364 0952, or in the UK on 0845 544 0485. And we look forward to helping you grow your business.